Wireless connection.
Are you on net?
Morning everyone, thanks for joining us. We're Facebook Live once again.
G'day Facebook Live.
On Thursday morning. We're going to talk about content marketing today and how you get it started for your business.
Great.
What can you tell us about content marketing, Adam?
Well, content marketing. So let's just have perhaps a definition of what it is though.
Yeah.
So content marketing is effectively creating content that helps people gain trust in your business. So most businesses out there would have a website. So the content on your website is designed to assist people in getting a solution.
Okay.
So when you talk about content marketing, what you're really saying is let's create content that can assist people out there and use the various different communication channels to do that. And so blogging is one which many people will be familiar with as it's a great way to create content that actually assists your customers, and by doing so, draw them into your business and make them value your business more.
Okay. So what I'm hearing there, obviously I know the answer, but
Yeah.
Dorothy Diggs.
G'day Dorothy, how do you do?
Hi, I'm Dorothy. The old school about us, contact us,
Yep.
FAQs,
Yep.
not the way you would go about it?
No, look, I think it's really important that you remember why people want to go to your website.
Yeah.
And they want to go to your website to get answers. And so the key thing you need to do when you're actually making a website is create the answers to your customers' questions. And it's all well and good to talk about yourself and how great you are, but let's not forget that that's just like going up to a person at a dinner party or a bar and say, look, I'm awesome, talk to me.
Okay.
So what you really want to be doing in that situation is finding out more about the customers and helping them with content that's valuable to them. And so when you talk about blogging and a place to start, the place we start, and we've now probably got 300 pages on our website. I mean, we like to do at least 2 to 3 blogs a week. So when you think about what are you going to write this week, the easiest thing to do is just think, okay, what was the question I got today from my customer? What was the challenge that my customer experienced today? What can I do to help solve that challenge for them?
Yeah.
And then you just start typing.
That's a really good point. I think as a marketing person in an organisation, it's a good methodology to actually get out there and talk to the salespeople, talk to the people that answer the phones. What are those questions that are being asked, and are you able to write a page on it?
Absolutely. Look, and it's one of the chapters we've got in our blogs, which is like how to get 100 pages in 5 minutes. And all you need to do is effectively sit your team down and then ask, what are the top 5 questions you guys have got this week, or in your sales or marketing role, or admin or production. It doesn't really matter where the questions come from, because typically those questions are coming from the experience of dealing with customers or prospects or suppliers or people who've been involved in the ecosystem that is your business. So get a list of those questions, write them down. It only takes you 15 minutes to have the meeting, and then whack them in a cloud document, and suddenly you've got like 50 questions about your business.
Yeah.
And that, of course, gives you the opportunity to answer those questions. So content is not a very hard thing to do, and a lot of websites are really short on content.
Yeah.
So, this is a pretty simple process.
Yeah. So if we're looking at a B2B scenario, so business to business, what about overcoming that hurdle of, I don't want to give away all my information, my proprietary knowledge? What do I do to protect that, and where do I make content from?
Yeah, oh my god, that's like so 1980s, okay? Because the thing is, how long would it take you to actually go and find the answer to that question somewhere else, on somebody else's website? And this is the thing, of course, is that if we have a question as consumers, we just go to Google, and we're going to type that answer in, the question in, and if we don't get the answer that we want in 20 seconds,
you Google again.
You Google again.
Yeah.
Okay. And if you don't get the answer you want that time, you Google again. And if you do it like 5 times in a row, well, then there's no African racing anaconda T-poses in existence. It doesn't exist, all right? So there's no point trying to hide and keep your information, hoping that you might jag a sale. That's just not going to happen.
Yeah.
You've got to be out there answering your customers' questions, making sure that they're gaining value from what you're talking about, making sure you're getting their trust, and then making sure your website's actually got some other touch points, some call to actions that are going to actually continue their journey of trust.
Okay. So in summary, if they're not going to get the answer from you, they're going to get it from someone else.
Your competitor.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And this is where so many websites fall short, is because in fact, one of the great problems we see when we're consulting with businesses is they actually will spend a lot of money on marketing and advertising, and pay per click to get people to their website. But of course, once they get to the website, then the journey is poor and they just leave.
Okay.
And so the money being put in is kind of like putting petrol into a half-built car. It's not going to go anywhere, and you keep putting petrol in. So getting those answers to your customers' questions, building the journey by journey giving them trust, giving them a chance to discover who you are, and give them a chance to walk away with value from your website. That's how you become memorable.
Fantastic. Perhaps a challenge to anyone watching might be to go and sit down and write 5 questions that you get asked a lot and have a crack at making a page for each of those questions.
Yeah, look, and one of the things we do with great success is run internal competitions with our staff, as you guys know. So, what we like to do there is say, right, guys, let's make this a game, let's make this fun. Let's create a prize at the end of the period of time, normally 2 weeks. And in that situation, we invite the staff to go ahead and create a blog, and then they have to propagate that blog themselves. Now, of course, we have a massive advantage because we use HubSpot. HubSpot is an automated sales and marketing program that's really easy to use, easy to track the stats, easy for everybody to publish, and also easy for the social media channels to be activated. So once you get that competition going, then you're in a situation where you've got great content for your website, you've got buy-in from your team members who are keen to propagate it, you've got the gamification that comes from competitive, everyone trying to win and be competitive, and as a result you end up with this surge of website traffic, as well as the great thing being any blog you create is typically, if it's well written, there for a long time.
Yeah, that's one of the great challenges of blogging, I think, is making sure that your content is evergreen.
Yeah, and particularly, you don't want to make it date-based too much, with the exception of those retail rights, sort of Mother's Day and Christmas Day, and the campaigns that revolve around timing. But typically, if you're in a B2B space in particular, try and keep those blogs, not time-centric, because you do want to be able to reuse and repurpose that information. And if you're answering customers' questions, the great news is that it should be current for the life of your business.
Yeah, great. Well, if anyone has any questions, feel free to leave your question in the comments below. And thanks for tuning in today.
Yeah, and look, we're back tomorrow. We do this every day, I think. Facebook Live is a lot of fun. It's certainly a great way to reach out to the audience. So if you've got any questions or topics, free help.
Shoot them through.
Yeah, whack them on the comments and free help it is.